Alright, so it is recorded. Right, so again, our topic now is MFRS 120 government grant. Right, so we are focusing on past year paper, which is a multiple choice past year question on February 2022 for this subject for 510. Right, so yeah, we proceed. Okay, on 1st September, okay, we proceed. I will do here all the working here. All right, so on 1st September 2019, acquired a plant and incurred the following costs. All right, so this is the cost that we have to decide whether the cost is included as part of the initial cost or not. Again, this is not really MFRS 120, but this is actually covered in MFRS 116, which is plant property and equipment. Right, so again, guys, for plant, purchase price is of course included, transportation cost is of course included, installation cost is of course included, annual, the key is annual, this is not included because it is annual maintenance cost, and testing cost is also included. So this 1, 2, 3, 4 costs, if you total up, you're going to get a total of can total up and you get a total of, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, because this calculation I do it manually. So we are going to get RM 2,880,000, right? So this is the total of all these four costs, exclude annual maintenance cost. Okay, so the next part of the question mentioned, this one is on 1st of September 2019. So the plant qualified for government grant of 30% of the cost of the plant. So this is the cost. If you times 30%, you are going to get, this is for grant purpose. If you times, again, correct me if I'm wrong, you are going to get 864,000. This is the value of the grant. Okay, this is the value of the grant. Right. So again, next, adopt a deferred income method. So we are doing a deferred income method to account for the government grant received, right? So again, there's two methods, write-off against asset method and deferred income method. Deferred income, we have to make this 864,000 as deferred income, which is categorized as a liability. All right. So that counts for government grant received. The plant was depreciated straight line monthly basis over 10 years based on the ownership of the asset with residual value of 100,000. Berhad closed their account every 31st December, right? Yes. So again, the question start on 1st of September 2019. So the year end are going to be, the first year end are going to be on 31st December 2019. So up here until here, we can clearly see in 2019, the plant is used for September, October, November, December. Only 4 months is being used there. And it's only 4 months used here. Okay. All right. So only 4 months is used here. All right. So if you look at the question asks you what is false, and the question asks you on 1st September 2019 how to record, and the question asks you the grant received on 2019 how to record the journal entry, and then the next question, the question asks you which one is correct, and the question give all date here is on 31st December 2020. So in working, I will show you how to do until 31st December 2020. Right? 31st December 2020, but then the question gives you a different value of grant. Okay, so we are going to do it separately here. Okay, so again, this one is here. This one is here. And if we close on 31st December 2020, you can see there's another 12 month or 1 year here, right? So in other words, it's going to be a 6 month, 1 year plus 4 months. Okay. Right. So now again, what is the journal entry that we should do? Okay, so first thing first, I will do based on the basic one, the basic and the 31st December 2019 only. I will do these two or these three questions first, right? So 1st of September 2019, when you acquired a plant, when you acquired a property, how do you record? If you receive a grant, 30%. Okay. Of course, the plant itself is PPE. So we are going to record as debit our PPE or debit our plant by the full value, which is 2,880,000. Okay, the full value of the plant itself. Okay, right? Yeah, this one is normal. This one is MFRS 116 normal. And then we receive a grant. and we follow a deferred income method. So therefore, we have to record on credit side deferred income government grant. By how much? By 864,000. Okay, it's not balanced, right? So it's not balanced. The balancing figure, how do we know? We don't know actually. The question did not mention directly. So we can assume the balancing figure, if you minus on credit side, uh, how much is it? Okay, if you minus on credit side, so 2,880,000 minus with 864,000. So you are going to get a 2,016,000. So this one is going to be cash or payable. We are not sure, but anything should be fine. Normally we write down as a cash or payable. Okay, so basically this is when we acquire a plant. So again, 30% covered by grant, so we got that as grant, and the remaining is covered by cash or payable. Again, guys, this is the combined journal entry. You can do one by one journal entry. This is a combined journal entry. It's actually combined from this debit PPE, credit cash, or payable, cash or payable, by the full amount, 2,880,000, 2,880,000. And another one, it's combined with the grant receipt. So debit cash or payable and credit deferred income. Deferred income, government grant. This one figure should be 864,000. 864,000. Okay. So I combine this with this, and it will become this three. Okay, this one is shortcut method, right? This is a combine of these two journal entry to become one journal entry. Okay. Any questions so far? You want to ask about this? Any questions so far? This one is for deferred income method and deferred income method only. Right. Sir. Okay, sorry. I imagine myself as a student. All right. Any question, guys? Ada soalan? Kalau tak ada, buat macam ni. Kalau ada, buat macam ni. Kalau tengah fikir, buat macam ni. Kalau faham, buat tepuk tangan ataupun macam ni. Alright? Okay? Faham semua? Okay. Saya nak tunjuk satu lagi method, which is what if the question asks you to do a write-off against asset method. Okay. So if it is a method of write-off against asset method, I'll change the color. We do on orange color line. Okay. So what if the question asks you to do write-off against asset method? This is different income method. What if write-off against asset method? Did the question ask in this question? No. This question did not ask any write-off against asset method. I just want to show you example. What if it is a write-off against asset method, right? If it is write-off against asset method, it is easier because you just need two journal entry, debit, credit, done. Debit PPE, credit cash, how much you need to pay or payable. Okay. How? Just the full cost of PPE, 2,880,000 less with the grant amount, 864,000. That's it. No need to do a different income, no need to record in anywhere. Just need to do it like that only. Right? So if you minus 864,000, you are going to get 2,016,000. 2,016,000. It is significantly different from the different income method because now you see your depreciation is based on the new figure. 2,060,000. See, depreciation are going to be different. So if you're wrong in this, you are going to wrong in the next and next question. Right, guys. Any question? Any? No? Yes? No?
No.
Okay, no, all right. So then we proceed to the next date, which is this date. All right, I focus on the first year end only. First year end only. So on the first year end, what should we do? Okay, first we are going to have a depreciation. Depreciation for our plant. The cost of our plant is I do red color for working, right? The cost for our plant is 2,880,000 divided by 10 years. Don't forget our question have the residual value of 100,000. So it minus with 100,000 divided by 10 years, and times with 4/12. Okay, this one is because it is 4 months for 2019. Right? So after you times this one, you are going to get a value of depreciation of which 2,080,000 divided by 10 years times with 4/12. So you are going to get 96,000. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you are going to get RM 96,000. Right? So how to record for depreciation? Depreciation is always common. Debit depreciation, credit accumulated depreciation by 96,000. 96,000 common, common. Okay, first you need to record depreciation. Next, you need to amortize the deferred income. How to amortize deferred income? Amortize deferred income by divide it using a useful life, same useful life. So now how much is our deferred income? We report here our deferred income is actually 284, 864,000. So this 864,000 divided by 10 years times with 4/12. Number times with 4/12? Same rules with this one. Same rules with depreciation. Okay, why no need to minus with residual value? Remember, residual value is for your cost only, not for your liability, not for your deferred income. So it is not related with deferred income. 864,000 divided by 10 years, okay, times with 4/12. So you are going to get 28,800. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. The calculator wise calculation. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so 28,800. Right. Okay. So now we proceed as okay. Right. Just now when we record this, when we record different income, we record on credit side, right? So because we want to amortize, we record on debit side. So debit deferred income government grant by 28,800, and our credit should be a amortization of deferred income. In other words, if you don't know or you're not sure, just write down as SOPOL. Okay, 28,800. Right, guys? Then journal entry for 31st December 2019. We have only two: depreciation and amortization of deferred income. If you are following a write-off against asset method, you just need to do a depreciation only. No need to amortize deferred income, right? Okay. So it is enough for us to answer question 1, 2, and 3. So right now, any question on this 31st December 2019? Any question you guys want to ask me? Ada soalan, guys? Faham? Faham, eh? Alright, so hopefully everything is okay. Okay, I will proceed to answer the question. Right. So now, which of the following statement is false? False, salah. Okay. So Berhad can recognize. Sorry, can I change color to what color? Pink, pink, right. So which of the following statement is false? Okay, now the question focus on false. All right. Berhad can recognize the government grant if the entity complies with the condition attached to them and will be received. This one is correct. Kan? Betul lah kan? Dia nak yang salah. Okay, so this one is not the answer lah. The grant received by Berhad is classified as a grant related to asset. Betul ke related to asset, guys? Is it related to asset or related to income?
Asset.
Okay. Betul lah, I know. Okay, because I know. Betul. Okay, so not the answer also. The grant received by Berhad will be amortized over the useful life of the plant. Betul ke? Betul. Betul. Tak. Betul. Tak.
Betul. Kot.
And the last one, the grant received by member will be deducted against the cost of the plan. Betul juga kan ni? So which one is the accurate answer, guys? Which one? Krik. Alamak, dah bincang krik pula. Okay, guys. Jawapannya mana, guys? Again,
D.
D. Kenapa di false? Kenapa B3 salah? Salah disebabkan oleh deducted against the cost is write off against asset method. This one is write off against asset method, not deferred income method. So that's why it is wrong. Salah. Okay. Saya tahu you all dah tahu jawapan semua. Just malu nak cakap je kan. Okay. Tak apa. Kita proceed lagi.
Betul.
Kan. Okay. Right. What is the total amount of government grant received by a member on 1st September 2019? Ni kita dah buat. 864,000. So, I think lah, senang kan? Senang. Okay, 5 times senang lah. Okay, so next, which of the following journal entry is correct to record the government grant received by M. Berhan on 1st September 2019? Ni pun kita dah buat kan tadi. Saya ada buat combine 3. Saya pun ada tunjuk satu-satu. Okay. So soalan bagi yang mana? Kita boleh buat. Kita kalau jawapan ni, kita boleh record ni. Jawapan ada yang 2 ni pun kita boleh record. Tengok jawapan bagi yang mana. So jawapan kita ada yang mana? By right. This question is on deferred income method. So deferred income is a liability. Liability you should record on debit or credit side? Credit side. So hanya ada satu jawapan saja. Deferred income on credit side. So the answer will be A. Okay, the question follow this one. The question follow this one. Alright, guys. So next, last question. Okay, question number 4. Assume that government grant of 900,000. Okay, the question. This question is actually good because this question is independent. They did not relate it to the previous question. Imagine that if you are wrong in this question, if you are wrong, calculated the government grant, you include annual maintenance cost, you're going to get wrong in this question too, right? Because your grant is different. But now the question asks you to assume that the grant is 900,000. So it is an independent question, but relate to the previous question, right? What was received by MM Berhan on 1st of September 2019? Which one of the following statement is not correct? Okay, so if 900,000 is received, 900,000 is received on 1st of September 2019, again, the year end are going to be the same, 31st December 2019. And the question asks you to do a year end for, sorry, ada buruk sikit lah ni, saya lupa. Okay, the question asks you to do a line for 31st December 2020. All right, so this one is 4 months, this one is 12 months. In other words, it's 1 year. All right, so guys, again, if you are doing this, if we need to do this, right, okay. So we see first, how much deferred income that we already amortize. Okay, here when we record the deferred income, we record deferred income as RM 900,000. Okay, I did not want to repeat again the journal entry because in the above we do already the journal entry. We just do a calculation here without journal entry. So again, the grant is amortized for month and 12 months. In other words, grant is amortized for already 16 months, right? Grant is amortized for 16 months. So you see how I do here. Okay. So if the grant is amortized for 16 months, again, you can do one by one. You can do 2019, 4 months, and 2020, another 12 months, like this. Or you can just times with 16 over 12. Can also, regardless the method. I just show you I think this one is the easy method, the simplified method, right? So in 2019, it is RM 900,000 divided by 10 years times with 4 months. Okay, In 2020, it is again, repeat 900,000 divided by 10 years, 900,000, this one. But now we times with 12 over 12. This one is 4 over 12, sorry. 4 over 12. This one is times with 12 over 12, or 1 year, or 9 times, okay. Right. In other words, correct me if I'm wrong. This one we are going to get RM 30,000. This one we are going to get RM 90,000. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong again. And total amortization that we already done here are going to be RM 120,000. So if the question asks you what is the balance of deferred income as at 31st December 2020. So the total deferred income is 900,000. 900,000 minus with 120,000. The remaining RM 780,000 is the remaining balance. Okay, 780,000 is our remaining balance. Okay, now we go to the question. The carrying amount of the deferred income, the carrying amount of the deferred income, okay, the carrying amount of the deferred income as at 31st December 2020, presented as current liability. Okay, now the question asks you to focus on current liability, long-term liability. Okay, we proceed a bit on this explanation or discussion. Okay, so this is the balance of 31st December 2020. What 2020? Okay, out of this, similar like topic of list, some this figure are going to become current liability. Some of these figure are going to become non-current liability. What is the definition of current? Current is going to be realized, or in this case, amortized within 1 year. Okay. So next year, you see, this year 12 month, next year another 12 month to be amortized, right? So this 12 month, the value is how much? We know the value are going to be the same because this is a straight line method. So it's going to be RM 90,000. So next month, next year or the next 12 month, RM 90,000 are going to be amortized. In other words, RM 90,000 are going to be realized. And because it is going to be realized within 12 months, it's going to become our current liability. So RM 90,000 is our current liability. So what about non-current liability? Remaining balance. So remaining balance of 780,000 minus 90,000. I put calculator, later I wrongly here. Minus 90,000, we are going to get 690,000. So here is 690,000. So 90,000 current and 690,000 non-current out of this 780,000. Okay, guys. Any question want to ask? Is it clear this part? Any
Sir,
question?
saya nak tanya
Ya.
sikit, sir.
Okay, boleh.
Sir, yang current liability tu maknanya untuk tahun 2021 punya lah.
Betul. Next year. It's going to be realized within one period. This one lah, this year.
Okay, sir.
Sampai
Okay, sir.
31 Desember
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
2021. Okay. Ada soalan lain? Any other question? Any other question, guys? Ada? Semua okay, faham? Okay. All right. So if okay, then we proceed to see the answer. So the carrying amount of the deferred income as 30 December 20, presented at current liability is 30,000. Not 30,000, 90,000. So salah. So the carrying value of the deferred income as 30 December, long-term liability or non-current liability was 720,000. Oh, salah, 690, bukan. The carrying amount of the deferred income as at 31 December 2020 as current liability was 90,000. Ni macam betul. Betul. Carrying amount of the plant. Ni dia tiba-tiba cakap pasal plant. Is 780,000. Tak. You boleh buktikan dekat sisi lah. You boleh buktikan pasal plant. Tapi kalau you tengok plant, dia kan different income method. Plant dia record at 2,880,000. So plant after after apa? After 16 months, 2,880,000 depreciate at 10 years. Takkanlah plant tu 2 million dah tinggal 780 kan? 2 million kan? So 2 million kalau bagi 10, setahun baru 2,000 kan? Lebih kurang 2,800, 288,000. So darab 2 baru berapa kan? Baru berapa? So it's not going to be 780,000. So the answer going to be for sure C. Alright. So I'm going to stop recording here.